Do you have to believe in God and worship Him in order to be a good person? I'm not going to answer that question for you. I'm going to let you answer that question for yourself. But I do want to tell you the story about a single mother with her young son, and she was trapped in the cycle of poverty. And she looked at her life and she looked at her son. She said, I don't want my son to have this kind of a life. And so she started working even harder than she was. She got a second job, 13, 14, sometimes 16 hours a day she was working every day so that she could provide a better life for her son and hopefully afford to send her son off to university where he could get a good education, get a good job, earn a good living, have a good life. Well, eventually the time came for her son to go to university, and he was going to move across the country to another city to go there. Before he left, his mother said, now son, I want you to do three things when you have a good job and life is good for you. She said, I want you to be kind. I want you to remember the poor. And I want you to give to charities. And so her son went off to university. He worked hard. He did great. He got a good job, was earning a good living, had a great life. And he did what his mother told him. He was kind. He remembered the poor. He gave to charities. But he never went back home to visit his mother. He never picked up the phone to call her and say thank you. When he left for university, he never spoke to his mother again. Now, is that son a good person? He was kind to people. He gave to charities. But he totally neglected and rejected the one who gave him everything. Well, let's go back to that first question. We said, can you be a good person without worshiping God and without believing in Him? The reality is we can, give to charities, we can be kind, but everything that we have in our lives comes from God. Even our lives themselves, our bodies, our opportunities, our abilities, our strengths, our intelligence, the place that we were born, the family we were born into, all of these things have come from God. And so not only does He deserve our acknowledgement and to believe in Him, but He also deserves our worship. Now, I don't want that to come across as a judgmental sounding thing. As Christians, we don't believe we're better than other people. We're better than people who don't worship God. But we do worship God because we believe everything that we have has come from Him. And we worship God in the name of Jesus because we believe that not only has He given us everything that we have, He's also given us His Son. Because even though we are bad people, He's given us His Son so that we might be made good through Him. And so that's why we worship God, and that's why we worship in the name of Jesus. And so I hope that gives you something to think through and ponder. So God bless you, and take care.